Hey everybody, this is technically part 3 of this conversation. Are we really gonna watch this? Are we really gonna watch this? And they're doing this whole in 2024 Mufasa movie. I don't know 100% if this is correct, but what I heard of the script, it makes me feel some kind of way. Now, because I don't know this is true or not, it's really not a spoiler. So, allegedly, Scar was convinced his dad or something happened and Mufasa was adopted. So right away, there's issues, right? Because if you fast forward, allegedly, somehow, oh, this is my brother, he's like family, you're not an outsider, this is great. And then boom, Mufasa becomes king over Scar. So technically, if this is true, then Scar had every right to want to go after his kingdom. So the story that we know is now all kind of like, it's not the same. You know, and I think like this trend of justifying the villain in a world where it's supposed to be good and bad and you're just telling the story is kind of like, now what would make it worse, now I don't know if this is part of the script, but what would make it worse is if Mufasa stole his woman and the kingdom. Then it's like, you know what I mean? So
then it makes sense why Scar is the way he is.
Right. But again, when you keep justifying the villain, and you know, I argue and have interesting conversations, and I always go back to Black Panther, and I'm like, wow. I mean, you create a character that technically ain't wrong. So then he ain't really the villain. So then he's not a really good villain. If you know what I mean? And I'm not going into it deep, but, you know, for people that had this conversation with me, you know what I'm talking about. That's why, yeah. So, I don't know. But if that is the case, and that is really the storyline, does that mess up the original Lion King for you? Or no, it doesn't?
I'm just going to be intrigued.
Answer the question. Does that mess it up for you? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, good.
I said no because you want to basically get another point of view of things. You don't want to just stick with one story and just be like, oh, he's the villain, that's it. You want to know why he became the villain and if he is the villain.
But then is he really the villain?
That's what we're trying to see in the prequel.
That reminds me of, what's that movie? The play? Now they're doing a movie, which I am not seeing the movie.
Wicked?
Yeah. Like, the overall, you know what it is? I saw it on Broadway, and I think the concept is clever. I do think that's a very interesting, clever concept. The music's not that good. Like we just, now we're going on Broadway, but you know, like usually there's like 4 songs for like a banging Broadway show, like a musical that you're like, oh, the music was not that good. I don't remember any of the songs. Like there's at least one song you start humming when you go home. I don't know why people are so excited about it. But anyway, like, you know, making the evil witch really not evil. But is that a trend now? Is that going to be a thing?
You know what? They're trying to be realistic as possible because of the fact that they feel as though the reason why certain people are villains because they could be misunderstood or taken advantage of or just got tired of being mistreated to the point that they just lost it and became deranged. It's the Joker theory.
What is the Joker theory? Oh, Lord. Go ahead. Say it. Say it for the folks, but go ahead.
It only takes one bad day.
You're random.
But it's true. Like, how many times y'all piss people off, and then they snap, and it's not, but you bullied them, you antagonized them, and all that stuff. You say they're not intelligent, and then when they become the embodiment of pure sinister evil, or try to be what you call is evil, then you try to make them out as the bad guy.
So, okay, so now I guess this blends into a philosophical, pop culture kind of conversation, because there's another Frozen movie now coming out too, Frozen 3.
Right. Yeah.
For whatever reason, we need another Frozen movie. I think it's fascinating from a psychological profile that we're in this era where people are very excited about justifying the villain and really blurring the lines between, I guess you could say, good and evil. When traditionally, for hundreds of years, the point of some of these storytelling things was always to, get the mind going, and there's something you could walk away with. There's some sort of lesson that you could walk away with. But now in this era where lines are being blurred, I think it's very interesting, and it says a lot about society today, where people, if these things are more successful, I guess people don't really want a left and a right and a good and the evil. They want it to be blurred. They want things to be muddied, So I find that fascinating. I don't know if you ever thought about it.
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, that's the way society, like, I hate bringing politics involved. But in that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like I just said in the beginning, bullying people, teasing them, and then you make the villain. Villains are not born. You make the person the villain. You make the person the bad guy because of the fact that either A, they don't see your views or don't see your logic, and you just say, look, because you don't see my logic, you're the bad guy, or you're the reason behind everything.
Well, I mean, I think those could be two conversations, or it could be not. I mean, the thing is that at the end of the day, because you have to use extremes, because extremes kind of break down the BS, right? So
Right.
If someone goes in Times Square and shoots 1,000 people,
Then that
is that labeled good or bad?
That is bad, because you had to go to that extreme to make your point across.
Now, pause for a second. Now, you quickly went to that is bad. But now, if you know what, people are eating too much, and the ozone layer, and da-da-da, now they have a whole bunch of reasons. Well, Jimmy got beat when he was 4, therefore we could justify him going to Times Square and taking a whole bunch of people out. You see, the thing is, it's like, at some point, we have to admit there is a good, there is a bad, there is a positive, and there is a negative. This is one way, like, so the whole point of storytelling is to get something across. And if we keep subliminally getting across, we could always justify the evil or justify the villain. We're telling society, you could justify, as long as you could justify it. Oh, well, Jimmy needs help. Well, Jimmy's a mass murderer. Yeah, but he just needs help. I'm like, maybe he needs help, but he's also evil. And is it true? Is it I mean, I know they say it as, like, in the movies and stuff, and it's a great one-liner. But if someone could be born caring and loving and just a great person, then logically someone can be born.
Yeah, but also, but here's the other kicker.
Here's the kicker.
and caring and loving
Mm-hmm.
always divvy down to the dark side because of certain circumstances.
100%. People can be influenced.
And just like someone that is evil and stuff can be influenced to good.
They can. 100%. But
yeah.
those things that derail or put someone on the rail, are we admitting that there is something called derailing? Are we admitting in society that there is something that can put someone on the right track? And regardless of what is what, actions have repercussions. Because even if you take away, because some people say, well, you can't talk about good and evil because then you're getting into religion and stuff. All right, well,
Yeah,
positive repercussions, negative repercussions, cause and effect. You know, if Thanos got rid of a third of people, well, the effect is people are going to be missing their loved ones. People are going to be hurt. There's going to be crashes, planes, people that are needed in society. There will be an effect,
right?
Regardless.
Because even when he snapped, that means the airplanes, the pilots, the ship conductor, the captain, the automobiles, trains.
Mm-hmm.
You not just snapped a third of the people. You also killed a good number of other people as well in the midst.
Good, bad, and indifferent. What's that movie? Is it Frighteneer 3? The one with the clown?
Terrifier?
Terrifier. I don't know why that won't stick in my brain. Terrifier. The ending was whack. The beginning came out of nowhere, and in the middle, you just gotta accept the fact there's a very little story and there's a lot of gore. But one thing I could say, dude was pure evil. There's no in between. Like, that's it. And I respect that. Like, there was no well, he's kind of a nice guy.
No. It's to the point that I got him right here.
Oh, man.
Art the Clown.
Insane. So, yeah, I mean, you know what? People definitely leave us comments. I'm super curious of just what people think of this. Hopefully they got to the show to this point where, they can comment and stuff like that. Okay, Captain America, Brave New World, the reactions so far have been very bad.
Yes.
Very bad. I am not surprised, but then we could probably do that on another show of why I'm not. But how do you feel about that? Just like the reviews are so bad.
See, I don't think it's the actors. It's probably the writing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to say. It's probably the writing. Because I heard they had to do reshoots again. Like Carlos Esposito. I keep saying his last name wrong. Esposito. He said something on Twitter or Instagram that he has to go in for another reshoot. So it seems as though it has more to do with writing than it does with the performance and acting.
I think it's they're trying to make every character that they can be this huge thing. And in general, that cannot work. Right. Every character is not Deadpool. Every character is not Batman. Every character
is not Blade.
Right. And, I mean, I think it's great. Brother got a gig to lead in a movie and be a superhero. All that is great. But the writing, even when they did the series wasn't that good. And even though they tried to put, a race thing in there, I guess they couldn't not do that. between the actor, the writing, the directing, something just doesn't gel there. So when I knew that when they said they were doing a movie, I said, that's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. And it's not like the brother can't act. And it's not like they don't have the technology and the fight scenes, and it's just something about it is missing. Since from day one, something's about it was missing.
The writing. It's the writing, it's the storytelling, and you have to get him established enough for the audience to buy into him. I think what it is they could buy into him as Falcon, but it's like as Captain America Falcon,
it's too much.
It's not too much. It needs to grow on the audience.
Well, the thing is, people didn't really, as an ensemble with 50 other main characters, it worked for what it needed to do. But you made a very good point. Like, I don't think people bought into Falcon. We're not even, we're not there yet. So, and then you pushed Captain America, which definitely, I know I saw online, there were definitely some racist comments and but even the pro fans that weren't racist, like nobody was excited about Falcon and Captain America. Like nobody I know. Like nobody. Like, I mean, people that are fans of Falcon weren't even fans of Falcon Captain America that I know of. So it's like, what made them? I think they were really trying hard to get another Black Panther thing going on and get a movement and get people excited. But this character ain't the one.
Yeah.
It's not the one. Sorry.
If I was Disney Marvel, if it either A, you recast T'Challa with someone that could pull it off with and I'm not saying to be Chadwick Boseman, put their own spin to it.
Right. But they're not limited. I mean, the thing is, like, between Disney and, which is Marvel, there are other characters.
Yes. No,
like if you wanted a Black character, you have other characters.
Well, let me finish. That's option one. Option two. There is a character that they missed the opportunity of utilizing him in the Marvels.
The pauses.
And that character is Blue Marvel.
No one really cares about the Marvels, though. But I hear what you're saying. No.
There's a character named Blue Marvel who was around the Vietnam War. Him and his partner got infected with some radioactive space energy, what made him become like a Black Superman type character. Mm-hmm. But his counterpart, it was the total opposite. Mm. So it's all this historic aspects to it, like he can't age, he stayed the same. The only thing is probably the side of his hair turned gray. That would have been a good person to utilize. I'm just throwing out characters.
Yeah, the thing is like, I think only because, well, I guess they could build it out. I mean, he's not really. I mean, even Sam Wilson is more popular, but I mean, Black Lightning. They have so many that they could pull from. But you're right. That is a. I mean, Static, Alloy, Apocalypse, Dr. Voodoo. I mean, there's so many that they could pull from that people would be excited about. I mean, Storm. We've been talking about a Storm thing for a long time. But don't do it to do it. And I feel that Falcon, back to the, Falcon, Captain America, it was like, well, let's just do it to do it. We got the actor. He's been in all these other things. We had all these successes. He was a part of it. Let's go. No, No, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. I mean, give Bishop a movie. If you want to go left field and just do a bunch of action.
Make sure you cast Method Man as Bishop.
Meth. I love it. He's a really good actor. He's really, really good. Like of the rappers, right? That, I mean, he's not he can actually rap, but of the rappers turned actor, he's one of the few that if you say cast a rapper tomorrow, Meth, I got you. Let's go. I would write something, direct something, produce something with him tomorrow without heartbeat. Also, what's his name? He's funny. Part of Onyx. The dude from Onyx.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It's just. I mean, but Meth would definitely be the hands down. But let's see what else we have here. That's Mortal Kombat 2. Carl Urban, Adeline Rudolph, Martin Ford, Jessica McNamee. This is going to be, and it's going to be based on the video game. I'm sure there's some other people that we didn't hear about yet. And Carl Urban, which I think that's a really weird casting him because he's supposed to be Johnny Cage. I think he's a little too old to be Johnny Cage. But he's a great actor. He's in The Boys.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's good. I just hope they do it right because, and they're calling it Mortal Kombat 2. So, there's been a couple different things, but I think they're playing off of maybe the first one they did and skipping over all those other ones. That'd be great. That'd be great. But it could go south really, really fast.
Okay, so about you mentioning Mortal Kombat 2, I heard about. That's the only controversy with this film is Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage. Yes, okay. I saw him without the beard.
Okay.
Do he looks young? Without the beard, yes.
Okay. So you think it's good casting then?
No, because to me, I would rather them cast someone like Scott Adkins as Johnny Cage. Ryan Reynolds as Johnny Cage.
I mean, he because of the flair and all that stuff, he would actually make more sense. Even he is, as much as he's, great looking man, a little too old for it. I really would want them to cast a fresh new hot head, really Hollywood, like maybe 10 years ago Hollywood classic staple dude. I think that'd be great. I think they need a no-name person for that.
I'm gonna throw somebody's name out, guys. It is kind of biased, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw X-Men '97, I'm reframing to that. G, I think you should play Johnny Cage if you're watching this. Sunspot, G, you definitely should play Johnny Cage.
You got so excited. I want to be excited just because you were so excited when you said that. I want to be excited because you said that, the way you were so excited. Does that mean anything? That's amazing. That's that energy. Wonka 2. It has been greenlit. The rumor has been greenlit. For what reason? Wonka 1 was a great resume piece for the lead actor in between him doing Dune. But he did not give me Gene Wilder vibes. I'm not even going to talk about the Johnny Depp one. That is its own artistic expression. But the Gene Wilder vibes, that was needed because that is the... But it was a decent movie, though. It was a decent movie. And I don't think the acting is bad or anything. Just, It just didn't have that magic.
I just didn't like the CGI of what's his name being a Oompa Loompa.
Which one? Oh, for the newest one?
Yeah.
Wonka. Yeah, it didn't CGI thing. They should have hired little people. They should have hired little people. And figure it out. Figure it out in the script somehow that little people, I mean, I get it. They're kind of hidden and he can fit in a suitcase and blah, 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 but hire little people. Little people need money too. They're actors. There are tons of little people. How many times do you have, things that come up that you got to get little people? And this one time, this one big film where you could have hired little people, you just said, no, we're going to CGI a tall, famous white man that everybody loves. Because he's great. I mean, he's a great actor, but no, not necessary. Wasn't necessary. I didn't feel all warm and gushy, and you took away the Oompa Loompas. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. I mean, when's the next time they're coming up? The Wizard of Oz. You see what I'm saying? They need work too, damn it. They're Screen Actors Guild. Disrespectful.
I try not. Peter Dinklage would have been perfect for that role.
Yeah, I got some more movie gossip, but we could stop right there because.
No, keep going.
Well, we're running out of time. Run out of time, but there's more. Oh no, yeah, we going in next week. We going in next show. Faux show.
And our counterpart will be here next week.
I hope so. But I'm sorry. I'm upset for the little people.
Shut up.
Shout out.
You shut up.
Shout out.
No, shut up.
What? Someone's got to stand up for them. That sounds weird.
I understand, but let them stand up for themselves.
That sounds weird.
I know.
That sounds a little weird.
And that note, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dayveonne. And this is Michael, bro.
Yeah. Because you know what?
GEEKCASTER, we out of here.
You know what? But it's true though. Like, if you think about it, like if there's a film and you need someone that's missing a limb, well, can you at least try to find an actor that has a limb missing before you want to quickly go to CGI? Like, come on, man, give people work, bruh. Let people work. If you need someone with a southern accent, can you hire someone from the south instead of running across the lake? You know what I'm talking about. Hire people from these areas. Nothing against my brothers from the other side of the pond. Love y'all, but at least try to hire people. Nothing against nobody, but come on, man. Come on, bruh. And that's it. That's my rant for hiring people, because people need money. We need to do a whole show on that one.
Yeah.
It's real. How often are people from the UK and Australia and Austria and wherever hiring Americans to run around with a fake accent over there? So why are we, what I'm saying? I'm just saying, come on, bro.
See, that's when you have to jump on the production company.
Yeah. Like, cut it out. Everybody need to eat, okay? Everybody need to eat, and everybody can.
Don't get me wrong, and I'm sorry to interrupt that. Yeah. Like, you have an American production company. You got there's sublenders that has European and other countries that are affiliated with that production company, and they do their own shows. Like,
we gotta go. We're cutting out. Yeah, it's gonna cut off. But no, this is good for next week. We definitely gonna make this a topic. All right, you're watching GEEKCASTER. Thank you for watching. We're out.